Going on to you, Capricorn. So you Capricorns have the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, and then you have the Six of Pentacles. So these three cards right here for you Capricorns, a lot more of you Capricorns are learning how to care less about like certain things, specifically, right? Six of Pentacles, uh, caring less about like the kind of empty promises that people will give to you, and you just sit there and take it. They have to actually be currently doing something. Yeah, they can tell you some things, but they also have to be currently showing you some things as well. They just can't be out here just telling you some nonsense and never actually do anything, right? Sometimes they don't even tell you anything. Sometimes they just posture and make it seem like they're gonna do something, or kind of give the appearance like they'll do something, but in actuality they're not really planning on doing anything. And so a lot of you Capricorns, excuse me, are learning how to uh, spot that out very easily, and also not only walk away from it, but not be upset when the person tries to run game on you and you walk away, right? You'll have that survivor's remorse of what if this thing could have turned out that I actually, what if this thing could have turned out well, did I actually make the right decisions doing that? You Capricorns are learning, yes, in fact, you did make the right decision. It's just that the situation for you Capricorns is that the only reason why it is that you feel guilty is because you're not out of your mind, right? Even when you do something, it's natural to be compassionate, even to the people that you know that you had to defend yourself against by walking away. It's natural. You know what I mean? It's natural. It's healthy. You wouldn't be a healthy person if you're like, yeah, I enjoy it. Now you're sliding down a slippery slope. And so the Four of Pentacles and the Empress right here speaks to how, since that's the case, a lot of you Capricorns are learning, like I said, to take better care of yourselves. A lot of you are single. A lot of you are happy that you're single as of right now, because you Capricorns understand what that means. It means that you don't have to deal with anybody getting on your nerves every 2 minutes or failing you or like disappointing you because they're going out, because they're trash people. Sometimes they're going out of your way, out of their way to disappoint you, even though they know that they can actually do right by you. They're making it a point to disappoint you. Because as it is, I said before, like, and this is another layer of it as well. People will sometimes be difficult with you for the sake of being difficult. Like, you could treat somebody well and they will be difficult with you because, that's the chase. That's a part of the chase, right? And that someone is being, that someone is being difficult with you for the sake of being difficult when like you're treating them well. And here they are essentially giving you a hard time for no reason, right? Like you're treating them well. And the way that they're acting completely irrational, like something is wrong with them. Like you'll be like, hey, an example of this is like, you Capricorns would be like, hey, take somebody out, take somebody out to get some ice cream or whatever the case may be. And then the person gets the ice cream and then they start going at you and start insulting you and all this stuff. It's like, well, they was down for the ice cream, so why are they going in and just talking trash about you now all of a sudden, right? Like, why is it that they tend to have these issues? It's because, and truth be told, and this is the thing that I want you Capricorns to understand, and I'm glad that you Capricorns actually are waking up to your own like value enough to not take even this. It's because sometimes people aren't even in a bad mood in order to still be a jerk to you. Sometimes, you Capricorns, excuse me, could go through an issue with a person and like the person is just going at you, and you Capricorns could be thinking, why is this person just going off the way that they're going off? Like, what's going on with them? And they may not even be in a bad mood. They're giving you a hard time because they just want to. You can't have someone around you like that. You can't have someone around you like that because in their mind, this is why I was saying that it's sick, because in their mind, it's a it's excuse me, it's a game to them, and the game is escalating. This is why the games get more dangerous as time go on. This is why I tell all my zodiac signs, stop playing games with people. Even if they're playing it with you, stop playing. They want to play games with you, you simplify it. What are you doing? I don't care about playing some game with you. I don't care about winning some game with you, because there is no winning. Because once I get over your S test, right? Or once I get over your S test, what's gonna happen? Now there's another S test, and then it will escalate after that periodically. It will continue to get more and more severe as time goes on. Then the next thing you know, you Capricorns have a full-blown Sharon Stone basic instinct story on your hands. Person trying to set you up to get you hurt. Out of nowhere. You don't even know why. You're treating this person well. This person can't stop escalating. Part of a game. And so you Capricorns definitely understand what type of time it is, and you Capricorns understand to stay away from people like this. So what is it that you Capricorns are essentially doing? You're taking care of yourselves. You're staying single, right? When you're single, you're impervious to all of that stuff, because a person trying to set you up in that sense. You're in certain aspects, using a relationship to allow themselves to get their foot in the door. You Capricorns are impervious to that stuff. Why? Because they can't use the relationship to get you to trust them, to lower your guard, just so that they can start playing games now. And so the Four of Wands and the Scorpio energy is all about how you Capricorns, like I said, y'all know what y'all want, but other people will use what it is that you want, right? i.e. a relationship, to get you to drop your guard so they can start playing games with you. You Capricorns are way too smart for this. That's why it is that you're choosing to be by yourself, because, you Capricorns have enough self-awareness to understand that people out here are weird, and that if you don't pay attention, people can get you caught up in some messed up stuff. Boom. Now you have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and then you Capricorns also have the Page of Cups. They thrive off of you being delusional. They thrive off of if you can just get through the games and get through to them. Who's to say that some of these people are not conscious? Because the truth is, some people are not conscious and some people are conscious of what they're doing. And you know that they're conscious. Do you know that they're conscious of what they're doing? Again, you know that they're conscious of what they're doing when you're treating them well, and you make it aware to them that you're treating them well, and how, look, I'm treating you well. Here's the proof in the pudding. And yet you see the games escalating, getting more dangerous. Because what happened to the rapper what happened to the rapper, an example of this, who actually made a song or got on a feature with Future, right? Got on a feature with him, right? Didn't some ex or whatever, or some person that he was kicking it with or stopped kicking it with or whatever, called the police on him, and he ended up running from the police, and he ended up getting getting a scratch on his leg, and he ended up passing away or whatnot, or from that very quickly afterwards. Like games like that. Like, why would a person make a call about you, talking about like that type of antics? That's conscious. That's conscious. That's a person who is aware. That's a person who's plotting. You understand what I'm saying? That's a person who it's premeditated. They plotting. They're trying to get you caught up. The $64 million question is, why? What's up? What's going on with them? Obviously, they sick. Obviously, something's wrong with them, right? So the Eight of Wands now and the Page of Cups, you Capricorns are impervious to that because most people use relationships to get themselves in the door of having people trust them so that they can start wilding out and start doing wild stuff to them. No. So now you Capricorns, that's my cat down there. I told her no. She wanted to jump up in my lap. I told her no. But but yeah, you Capricorns understand what type of time it is, you know? And this is the thing that you Capricorns are going to be clean and clear from, because y'all ain't got to deal with that. You Capricorns don't have to deal with a bunch of wild individuals trying to ruin your life and maybe even get you deleted or detach you from life. You know what I mean? You ain't even got to get caught up with that. You don't have to play that game. Why? You're not in the game. You're not in a relationship. And even if you was, you still wouldn't be playing that game. But even more so now, you're not in that game. You're not in that game at all. The sweater is itchy. But you're not in that game. You know why you're not in that game? Because y'all are single. And because of the fact that you Capricorns are single, guess what that means? You know, sometimes you Capricorns got to look at singlehood like a blessing and not a blight. A lot of y'all don't like to be single, but sometimes singlehood will save your life. You got people out here who are way past dysfunctional. Way past dysfunctional. So let's clarify the Page of Cups. You have the Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Devil card, and then you have the Justice card to clarify the Page of Cups, right? Page of Cups is they rely on you Capricorns to be delusional, to kind of create your own miracle story about how they're going to treat you well one day, right? And but you Capricorns have broken the delusion, right? Long time now. But the difference is that you embrace it now, because you understand, like, hey, some people, you know, maybe it's not so bad being single sometimes, because some people are wild out here, fam. They are way too past delusional. They will call the police on y'all and get y'all caught up. And this goes for anybody. I've had the police called on me a couple of times because I'm trying to tell you, they always on the phone calling somebody. Like, who you on the phone with calling? Like, y'all in these phones. I've had that happen to me a couple of times. I'm not even gonna lie. I've had that happen. So the Seven of Cups and the, not to clarify the Page of Cups, the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Nah, you Capricorns are aware. Y'all are not gonna be stupid and deal with and engage with people who, you know, interact with you in a way with interact with you in a way that you either do what it is that you want them to do, or they'll treat you a certain kind of way, or try to get you caught up. The Nine of Pentacles, the Devil card, and the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil card, and the Justice card right here speaks to how you Capricorns, so, and the Devil card, right? Too intelligent. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, the Devil card is not the Devil card is not always a bad card. It's not always a bad card. The Nine of Pentacles and the Devil card is not a bad card in this reading. And I'll tell you why. Because what this is a representation of, this is a representation, excuse me, of how intelligent you Capricorns actually are. Like, you Capricorns are just aware of what's happening, and that you're not gonna yield and like just, you know, just fall for this, fall for the games that people like to play. And so they're gonna look at you like you're a villain. They're gonna look at you like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna project onto you. They're gonna make it seem like you're the villain. They're gonna make it seem like you're the devil, because you're smart, because you're clever, because you are aware of the game. You are aware of what's going on. You're aware of it, right? You're smarter than that. You know what they doing, but you don't alarm them of what it is that you're doing. And so the situation with that is the justice now, right? The justice now is why it is that I'm saying it's not bad, because for you Capricorns, the justice is you dealing with people fairly, but the question is, are they going to deal with you fairly? If they're not, you're prepared for it. So they can mess around. They could FAFO, F around and find out, or they can just be cool with you. But, so a lot of you Capricorns are just kind of, you're becoming a lot more, you Capricorns are becoming a lot more flexible, able to date, able to be single, which is great because people don't really know how to clock that. They don't really know how to actually get at you in that regard. And when they try, it's like, nope, sorry, too fast. But other than that, that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Hope you Capricorns like the video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. It's been a long time. I've been working so hard. Like the video, leave a comment, watch the video. The more of the video you watch, the better it is for the channel. Really appreciate it. If you do, come through and get a personal reading from me. It'll help. Peace.